Hey, I'm Jason with the IsleyTapie Group.
And I'm Catherine with the IsleyTapie Group.
And we're here in Coronadelmarre. Get ready for our show. It's coming up right now. We're standing here in front of Banderas where the rotisserie chicken goes 24/7. The best.
It smells so good.
It is the best chicken in Orange County. If you have it, right there. Take a look. It's going. We look forward to doing our show. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Okay, so we're pretending that we just came from there.
It's already recording.
Oh.
You gotta know this stuff. What's up, Kat? What?
Don't surprise me like that. Just
Hey,
throw that at me like that.
Hey guys, how are you? Good to see you again. Welcome. It's March 22nd, 2022. It's another episode of Coffee Talk on the Coast with the IsleyTapie team. I'm Jason Isley.
And I'm Catherine Tapie.
And we are the Seven Gables real estate premier team down on the coast here in Orange County. We wanted to get back to you. We're looking at that chicken.
The chicken. Oh my God, it smelled so good. At Banderas, down in Coronadelmarre. Best chicken ever. Love it.
Love it. Best chicken ever. And I eat there a few times a year. It's nice, but every time I drive by it, I always eyeball those chickens in the window.
And it's literally just a couple blocks down from our office, so we're back and forth along the coast there all the time.
All the time.
I love it.
I love it too. We're gonna have to step in but they're only open for dinner.
I know.
So we have to work late. Go in after 5.
Have a lemon drop martini, a little chicken, a little salad, because I have to stay off the carbs these days.
There's not a better way to stay off carbs than lemon drop martinis.
I know.
This is the best carb-free drink there is.
Well, that would be my one cheat.
and how was your weekend? What happened? I haven't seen you. What's going on?
Fabulous weekend.
Did you have an anniversary?
Yeah, so between last weekend is my husband's birthday, and then the next week is our anniversary. We just celebrated 23 years married, 27 years together, all on the same day, March 21st, and we went to down to San Juan Capistrano. I love. If you have not been to Trevor's at the Track, phenomenal. And I had
live music.
Live music.
Music.
Love the live music. And I tried a new appetizer down there. They have a thing called steak fries, which I thought was just going to be like big chunky French fries. Oh no.
Oh no.
It was a bowl of French fries with pico de gallo, chili lime salsa, and then on the bottom, and big chunks of avocado, and then on the bottom, there was grilled steak bites. It was so good.
Heaven, what Dean have?
Dean, he had that with me, and then he ended up getting, which he gets all the time, same thing always, a roast beef sandwich, and I had salad with salmon.
That sounds amazing. I didn't do anything that great this weekend, but we did go down to the village and talk to a couple people up and down the streets. We did, but
passed out our notepads, met some neighbors.
We did notepads. We are high tech here at the IsleyTapie team with our notepads. I always tell people, hey, a good mohawk and some sunglasses and a cigar, I'd look good. So get your doodle pens out. But anyways.
Chatted with neighbors, pet some dogs, and I did forget my dog treats, but I have them in my car now, so I don't forget them.
Well, because you have a 500-pound dog.
I know.
He's going to have to come in and make a celebrity appearance.
He would love to. Zeus. He's huge.
Speaking of
this big.
He is humongous. Speaking of a celebrity appearance, we're going to have Laura Woodbury in on a segment. That is our #1 escrow officer here at Alliance Mutual Escrow. She'll be stopping in to do a little one-on-one with the IsleyTapie Group about the benefits of using escrow and what to look out for when doing an escrow.
Yes, and there's a lot of, she's going to talk about escrows, and because they're so fast these days, anywhere from 5, 10, 21-day escrows, and all the paperwork that you need to have in line to make everything go smoothly in those quick escrows.
And we look forward
Can't wait to talk to her.
Can't wait to look forward to seeing her. And we wanted to really kind of delve deep, and let's get into it. Let's get into what's going on in the Orange County market. Let's start in our own backyard here in Coronadelmarre. Let's tell you what's going down in the village. So, in the village right now, the current sales activity in the village alone is we're looking at 19 active listings in the village as of today.
Just the village.
Just the village alone, not all CDM. And we have 14 pending sales. That's amazing. That means almost more than half are in escrow at this point.
Yes.
So it's been really busy. And then in 92625, and that's the entire zip code for CDM, we're looking at about 40 active listings. And that's all the way from Harborview Hills, all the way up to Spyglass, down to the Village. We're looking at
all of it.
all of it. We're looking at about 40 active listings and 30 pending and or under contract. And available home sales are down 50.6%. That just means the availability this year is way less than it was this time last year. So
last year there were 80 active listings. Now there's 40 active listings. So it's down 50%.
Down 50%. And that's for all of 92625. That's just amazing. That just means the supply and demand, high demand, low supply. We like to go over this with you guys. And of course, we're high tech here again. We have our notes printed out for us. So hey, we know what we're doing. And also, we wanted to also just talk about in general, in Newport Beach in general, you have 87 active listings in all of Newport Beach going on right now, not including Newport Coast, but from basically Corona Del Mar all the way down to the borders of Huntington, the borders of Costa Mesa. Newport Beach, we have 87 active listings and 76 pending and under contract.
76. So there's only 80 active listings and 76 are under contract, either pended or under contract.
They are. Yeah. It's been real busy. I mean, there's only 4 active listings on Balboa Island right now, and there is 4 under contract. So it's like half of that is going down.
Yep.
And then on waterfront closings, we wanted to just kind of delve into that a little bit because a lot of people, the waterfront properties are the crown jewel of Newport Beach. A nice, beautiful house with a dock, and we wanted to kind of run over those and what that's been looking like this year. And so all the waterfront properties right now, currently, you have 12 active on the water, and you have 8 pending or under contract. So that's actually pretty good for absorption.
It is really good for absorption.
Real good, considering some of these prices are $10 million plus dollars. It is a very solid market, and there's a reason why people come here to Newport Beach and Corona Del Mar to actually live is just
on the water.
The quality of living, the restaurants, the dining, the beach. The beaches are like nowhere else in the United States. I mean, you can go anywhere and you can come back to Orange County and go, wow, this is the best. Our beaches way outweigh the beaches up in LA. Our beaches are equal or better than some of the beaches you have in San Diego County.
They're gorgeous.
They're just gorgeous.
They're just beautiful. And you can walk to so many different things. I mean, most of the houses are all centered around like CDM Village. You can walk to the grocery store. You can go to Mother's. If you're on Lido, waterfront homes, there's Lido Village. There's Newport. It's awesome.
It's an awesome place to be, and back in so far this year we have 11 closed on the waterfront from the beginning of 2022. So 12 active now, 8 in contract, and there's been 11 already closed in 2022. Of course, a few of those might have carried over from last year, as they might have went into contract in late December.
The ones that closed in January.
But nonetheless, it has been looking really strong. And back in 2021, we had 55 closed waterfront properties in Newport Beach. That's from Harbor Island, Bayside, Lido, Balboa Island, anything that's on the water with a boat dock. You're looking at about 55 closed from last year. And that was a big change from the year of COVID. The year of COVID was that, year where they closed our beaches. Didn't they try to arrest somebody for surfing?
They tried. None of that ever made any sense to me. The beaches, it just did. That
there was a guy swimming, and they tried to arrest the guy.
Yes, they did.
He was on a surfboard.
Police were on the beach, pulling him into shore to arrest him because he was out there surfing.
I don't know. If he was a surf punk, he would have told him a few other things. You know what I'm saying? That would have been really cool. But, shout out for the surf punks out there because, Gen X Orange County, that's how I roll. But there was only 11 closed in 2020 on the water. So 55 in 2021 from only 11 closed in 20. That's a big change.
Big change.
That's like, hey, no, we're just going to keep rolling like this.
Yep.
And the housing market keeps going up.
Yep.
And so
COVID's not going to stop anybody.
Yeah.
Wait, are we still in COVID?
I don't know what we're in. We're in what virus?
I don't know what we're in.
What variant's coming up next? But the homes available in Newport Beach, on the whole, is down 61%. So 61% listings down. It's just
61%.
Just that just goes to show you, as far as it's just actually following suit with everything else in Southern California and Orange County on the whole.
Yep.
There's just a lot less property to buy right now, and
Yep.
it's causing prices to go up and up. Wait till you get into the new figures.
Wait till you hear what we're going to tell you.
We got some figures here, and we want
Let's talk about California.
Let's talk about California. We want to really reach out and give a props to Stephen Thomas at the Housing Report. He's Orange County Housing Report. He's a great source of information. And Stephen, thank you for all you do, and for a lot of the other agents out there in Orange County. We really appreciet the hard work you put in every week. And
he's very interesting to listen to. He's very entertaining, and he's spot on all the time.
Spot on all the time. Great guy.
Yes.
And you know, we like to get a lot of our data from him, as well as CAR. So here we go with some of the outlook for California and Southern California, Orange County in general. In the state of California, 65.4% of the homes in the market sold over their list price. So that's big.
Above.
Big. 65.4% of all listings sold
Yes.
over the original list price. And then if we
And what's the average days on market?
average days on market in Orange County, California is 9 days.
9 days.
9 days is
9 days.
in all of California. So you could be in podunk nowhere, and it might sell in 9 days.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
I'm telling you, it's crazy. And then in Orange County, 71% of all the homes listed sold over the list price.
Over list, 71%.
71% all sold over list. And trust me, these listings are coming in high, and they're selling for more. So it is an extremely competitive market right now in all price ranges. And then this is the one that
This is crazy.
This is the kind of stuff. Yeah, a little crazy.
It's crazy. I didn't even believe it when we looked at the numbers. I was like, Jason, are you sure?
Can we count that high? I better go back to my arithmetic class.
I
I don't know if I
know.
can count this high, but coming off of February in Orange County, the median sold price for a detached home in Orange County was $1.26 million. That was the median closed sales price coming off of the month of February in Orange County. And that's up 27% from last year. And last year was
Like 18% higher than the year before or something.
And last year was going bonkers. Now we're going double bonkers. Double bonkers. So, 1.26 was the average, was the median closed sales price in Orange County for February. And it
but
is.
you have to say, we do live in paradise, so,
Yeah, and then I think the average closed sales price, excuse me while I get my magic form over here. I had to look twice, but just pulling what I pulled before we came on the show today, I wanted to kind of talk about this real quick. The average close price in February, are you ready for this? Are you ready? Is 1.736.
Average closed price.
That's an average close price for February for all of Orange County. And that is
crazy.
average.
Start saving your money.
Start saving your money. Rob a bank, lift out the Monopoly board.
You're kidding. He doesn't really mean
I used to hide my 500s underneath the Monopoly board until I flipped the board.
Yeah.
My sister would she would basically, she would be mean about it when I landed on Boardwalk. It was, but I think we all did that growing up, didn't we?
Yes.
We did.
Yeah, I'm not a good Monopoly player.
Well, you're not. Is there anything else you want to go over today? What do you want to talk about?
What else is there to talk about? What's coming up this weekend? Anything?
I don't have. We do have some. So how to propel your sellers. Hey, how you guys want to start this?
Hello there, Catherine
guys.
Tapie.
Hey guys, I'm Jason, and today we have a special guest from the world famous Alliance Mutual Escrow. This is the wonderful Laura Woodbury.
Yay!
Thanks, Laura, for coming in today. We appreciate it. All our viewers want to know what's up with escrow. How does escrow work versus using an attorney in another state? So the floor is yours, young lady.
And what's super important?
Yeah, what should buyers know?
Yeah.
What should buyers know? Well, buyers should know that you better have a lot of money to buy a house today.
That's right, with the average sales
we were
price
just
at
talking about.
1.26.
Yeah. But what I thought we should talk about today is preparing sellers that are in entities
Okay.
for the sale, because sales are going so fast. I mean, we're opening 10-day escrows, 5-day escrows, 21-day escrows.
Yes.
And when you have a seller that's in an entity, they kind of need to be prepared for the paperwork they have to get together for you guys.
Yeah.
Sure.
And it's really good for them to do it at the time that you're taking the actual listing.
Yep.
Because they don't know where their paperwork is all the time.
Right.
So I thought, in escrow, we're seeing more and more sellers selling from their family trusts. And you've got,
interesting.
yeah. You know, for tax reasons or whatever reasons they've
Yeah.
decided to use this vehicle. Most people are, I would say, like a great percentage, like more than 50%. Are
Wow.
selling out of their
That's
family
quite a bit.
trust. Yeah, it
Wow,
is a lot.
that
and
is
we
a
see
lot.
that increasing year over year.
Yeah.
So what a lot of people don't know is when they put their home and title in their trust, they need to have a bank account in the name of that trust in order to get the money out of escrow. We must make their proceeds payable to the trust that holds title because that is the actual seller. And I am really amazed how many sellers don't know that. So the attorneys that are putting them into the trust aren't really letting them know that because that may not pertain to all funds that they get out elsewhere, but that's absolutely a rule in real estate that escrow has to make the proceeds payable to the actual owner. So it's real easy for them to open a bank account in the trust, but the problem is that because sellers don't realize this and it's coming up on their close of escrow, by the time we are out there telling them, what's your bank account in the name of your trust, they go, oh no, I gotta go amid all the other things they're doing in this fast-paced environment. So that would be recommendation number one, just to let them know when you are listing the house, make sure you get that bank account opened in the name of the trust.
So it doesn't have to be open previously. It can be open like right when you're taking the listing or...
Absolutely.
Okay,
It's
okay.
just before I wire the money, because
has
if
to
I
go
wire
into-
it to an account that doesn't exist, then you got a problem. And we can't wire it into their individual account.
Very good to
Yes.
know.
That's a
Yeah.
good-
I did not know. That's really good to know.
That's a
Yeah,
good one.
it wasn't always that way.
Oh, okay.
That's why. But the rules have changed because of fraud. And it is especially important with your successor trustees. Like when you're talking about inherited property, and we're seeing this a lot now too, they have to have access to the bank account in the name of the trust. We cannot make it payable to them as individuals because the successor trustee may not be the beneficiary of the trust.
Oh.
So they have to issue the money according to the rules of the trust, right? Which we don't know in escrow, right?
I love
Because-
learning this stuff.
Yeah. No, this is very, very important right now because this is happening all the time. The other thing, really as an agent, you should know, families aren't always aware of who the successor trustees are in the trust. Say you have 4 siblings. I had this one case, there were 4 siblings. And the big brother, he was the big brother. So he just naturally assumed he was in charge. And actually, the 3 other siblings did too. There was no infighting, there was no anything. But the way the parents had set up the trust was upon the ultimate death of the second parent. All 4 were co-successor trustees.
Oh.
All 4 lived in different states.
Oh.
Brother,
All 4 got along?
all 4 got along.
Okay,
There was
okay.
no fighting.
That's
It was
good.
really great in that regard, except that, at that time listings weren't selling as fast as they are now. So imagine if it was in this current environment and you've got 4 people you're dealing with. The older brother had told the agent that he was the only one. He was in charge. And everybody knew he was in charge.
Just give me the money.
Right.
I'll take care of them later.
Exactly.
Show me the money.
So we get him into escrow, and I ask for a copy of the trust. Because in a successor trustee situation, you have to have a copy of the trust for the title company because somebody's passed on. So they're wanting
Sure.
to make sure we're dealing with the right people. And that's when we let the poor listing agent know, oh, you've got 3 other sellers. We got to go back and execute everything.
He's like, but the brother told me.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he said he's in
Yeah.
charge. And the other siblings, when I contacted them, were like, oh no, he can take care of it. It's like, well, you don't get it. He can't take
can't.
care. Mom and
Yeah.
Dad want you to be a part of that. Now, they can resign as trustees, which does not mean they're resigning as any beneficial interest.
Right.
Okay.
They're just saying, I don't need
wanna
to be
deal
part
with this.
of all of this paperwork.
Okay.
But those are things that you want to know.
Yeah,
because like I
absolutely.
said, when they're out of state, right? It's either we're getting the paperwork out of state, all those notaries going,
Yeah.
and you want to know that when you're establishing how quickly the process really
Yeah.
can
Gotcha.
go, right? So all of these things are real important, not only to sellers but to listing agents.
So
Oh.
then, as far as the listing goes, you took the listing, just the brothers on there. Come to find out, all the kids are on it. The listing has to be redone to include all the people that were trustees.
You know, at that time, that particular transaction, yes, that was the
Wow.
case. I don't know if the new contract has an amendment that you can
Yeah.
do just to include them in for your purposes, but
Yeah.
for escrow purposes, we have to have everybody sign everything. So everything that goes through escrow.
Purchase contract, all four have to
Everything.
sign.
Well, everybody
Yeah.
in California knows we have new contracts now.
Yes, we do.
So
When I
everybody's.
started, they were 6 pages long. Almost 20 years ago.
When I
Now
started,
they're
there was
16
carbon
pages.
copies.
And carbon copies, yes.
Yes.
But things have changed. Now, how about in fraud? I mean, how much fraud are you seeing out there? I mean, you guys have done an excellent job over time, but you always hear these horror stories about fraud and
Wire
escrow.
transfers.
Across, you hear about it from some random company out in, LA County somewhere, and you go, oh my God, there was an agent that, closed an escrow and like the $700,000 was wired to some, offshore bank account and it's gone.
It's gone. I could go on for
That's
days
a whole nother
about
episode.
fraud. That's a whole other episode. It is amazing the kinds of frauds that are happening in real estate, and they're changing it up every day. Now they're starting to go through agents. They are watching, they're hacking into the listing agent's emails. This is how they're figuring this particular fraud is happening, right? They're hacking in because they see it on the sign.
Right.
They're watching the conversations go back and forth.
Wow.
They are seeing the address, the email address of the buyer's agent that gets the accepted offer. That
Oh my
email gets hacked. Now they're communicating directly to the buyer before you even open escrow as a listing agent. And they're getting to them and saying, hi, we're escrow. Wire
Wow.
us your deposit. That's why it is so important for both agents to be communicating with their sellers and their buyers who the actual escrow company is and who will be reaching out to them.
Oh, I've done, every time we do that, I always
Yeah,
call and say,
absolutely.
I talk to the escrow officer first. I have the escrow officer call my client directly.
Yep.
I call him back, make sure they've talked. I see
Yes.
the email correspondence, but you hear horror stories. We've talked about it in the past.
Yeah.
But it's horrible when you really hear about it because this is sometimes the only money these people have in the world,
Absolutely.
and then it's
Yeah.
not retrievable.
Yeah.
It's not retrievable because it goes to one bank and poof, right out
Right.
to Zimbabwe or
Yeah. When I take a
Something.
listing, I actually go through all the services up front with my sellers. Like, this is who we use for escrow, this is who we use for title. So everybody's aware of anything and all people involved.
well, yeah,
Moving
and,
forward.
and particularly for buyers because most
Yeah.
people will write in on the offer seller's choice or an escrow company that they prefer, and that if it gets countered out, great, because normally it gets countered out with the actual name.
Yeah.
But when it's seller's choice, a lot of times, if there is no counter, that does not get corrected to the name of the actual company. So buyers don't know.
They don't
and they're
know.
so excited. Their offer
Yeah.
just got accepted. And the thing is that yes, there's a lot of wire fraud. But wires in and of themselves are extremely safe.
Yes.
It's just the information
communication.
protection,
Yes.
right? That's why secure email is so important.
Right.
And that's why agents should never accept the wire instructions and transmit them to their
Oh.
person.
Yeah, everything gets done through escrow.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
You know what? I'll tell you, in this quick environment,
Oh, yeah.
escrow companies send them to the buyer's agent because they don't have the buyer's contact information. And we're not getting responses back from the buyer's agents quickly. But we are getting pressure from the listing side. Where's our deposit? You know,
Yeah.
so that we can say we've sent it to the buyer's side, it's going to the buyer's agent in hopes that they will come back to us and go, send it to my buyer, here's their information. That's a little thing that we try to do to spur them to
Yeah.
answer with the information.
Great
but
information,
just
Laura.
for you guys.
Yeah, I get text messages all day long. She does, and I'm sure she does. We get text messages for, hey, I saw this property on Zillow, or I saw this property on your website, and then they'll send a link. It's like a text link, and it's, don't click that link. Because I don't know that number.
Oh yeah, we
It's
get
too
those
many digits.
all the time. All the time.
All the time. They are getting very
Text
creative.
messages.
Very creative.
Very-
because it's lucrative business,
Yeah.
man. They're winning.
Yeah.
they're
Did you
hacking into
advertise
phones.
this house on Facebook?
Yeah.
I'm like, no. I want to go see it. Click on the link. Like, who is this?
It can be very difficult, especially when you look at your text message at the end of the day, and you're like, God, there's like 5 text messages. I don't know who this person is.
Yeah.
Especially when you have a bunch of listings and people just start pumping it out. Like I did see it on Facebook is a big one, like you said.
Facebook.
I see a lot of those, and they're fake. I got a message from Facebook. It looked like it was coming from Facebook in my Facebook Messenger, and I looked at it, and I'm like, this doesn't seem right. And it was like misspelled words. It was just a ploy to get me to click in there
Right.
and send information, and I'm like, no, and there's no one to contact at Facebook. I think you can contact them, but obviously they don't
Yes.
answer the phone or they don't respond to emails. But what else should we cover today, do you think, for escrow services?
Well, the only other things that you probably really want to know is that any entity has underlying documents.
Yep.
Okay? Your LLCs have an operating agreement, your corporations have articles of incorporation, bylaws, and they need a corporate resolution to sell, and your partnerships have partnership agreements.
Right.
So a lot of people will say, I don't have an operating agreement. It's like, "I do."
Yeah, you
just don't
do.
want to look for it.
Yeah.
So, like I said, knowledge is always power,
Yes.
and being forewarned is forearmed.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
get your documents ready.
That's right.
That's
You can have a
right.
good successful
That's right.
time.
So you're prepared.
So you are prepared.
Yep.
Well, Laura, thanks for coming today. Oh,
Oh,
my
you're
God, it was so
welcome.
good to
Thank you so
have you.
Much.
It was
Yes.
my privilege, and I am
Yes.
very honored that you would invite me today.
Of
Thank
course
you.
we would,
Our
you guys.
first official guest speaker that
Our
you are.
first official guest speaker is Remember, Alliance Mutual Escrow.
Yep.
She's
Yes.
a pro. She runs the
Great.
whole show.
Yes. Great
So-
agents down there, escrow agents, escrow officers, and Laura runs everything.
And do you guys have El Ranchito coming today?
Who?
El Ranchito, are they delivering today?
Is that today? No, today is Wise Guys.
Oh, today's Wise Guys.
Ah.
Oh, well, we'll be down later.
Yeah, we'll be down
Be
there.
down later.
Put in your order. Text it to me.
Wise
All
Guys is right there. It's right by my house.
I'm
I
on
love
I'm on a
Wise
gluten-free
Guys.
diet starting this morning, but I'll start tomorrow.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
Thanks, Laura.
Thank you.
I love
Thank
live
you.
music.
It's very, very, very cool.
Yep.
And we wanted to thank you guys all for joining us. This is something we're going to be coming at you weekly. We call it, our segment's called Coffee Talk on the Coast, and with Jason and Catherine.
Catherine Tapie.
That's us. We want to keep it real for you all out there, and we really appreciate you guys. Follow us, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. And then we're building our YouTube channel, and you're going to like and subscribe to that as well.
Yep.
All right,
All
guys.
right, guys.
Thanks
Thank you.
Thanks for watching,
Thanks
guys.
for listening.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.